Hi, hello viewers. We're here with Louise Redknapp, who has teamed up with Ariel,
Yes.
and here to tell us all about her new partnership.
So they have done a social experiment where they teamed up with Joel Deacon, who is one of my favourite designers, which was a huge bonus. Where he's designed a range which has gone into a store and has been heavily stained, and customers have gone in and bought it and thought it was as good as new. My involvement, I have a fashion blog. I spend a huge amount of time telling women what they should and shouldn't buy, and I have a huge love for fashion and also appreciate how clothes can make us feel so much more confident in ourselves, the way we go and promote ourselves, the way we feel on a daily basis. So my involvement in this is really to try and get that message across that we are all the same as women. We like to keep ourselves looking the best we can and keeping our clothes looking the best they can. I mean, my life can vary so much. You know, I'm a mum. I work with businesses. I have to do some red carpets. I do a fashion blog then we have to go to Fashion Week. There's a million different things that I kind of feel that I have to try and tick a box for, and I think that's why I most probably do stick to a bit of a fashion uniform, because there's 5 or 6 pieces in my wardrobe that I continuously wear, and I think most women are the same. You know, I love a good leather jacket, a good pencil skirt, a good pair of trousers, a cool trainer, a nice sexy heel, and just your basics that if you get up in the morning and you don't quite know what you feel like, a really cool pair of jeans, a sexy heel, white t-shirt and a blazer, and I'm done.
Another thing we touched on before, of course, was as a mum to your gorgeous 2 boys,
Yes.
Charley and Beau. You are constantly wanting to make sure that they have, clean PE kits, school
Yep.
outfits. Is Charley in secondary school now as well?
Charlie goes to his next school in September, but he's huge. He's like nearly as big as his dad with size 9 shoes. So he's turning into a man before my very eyes,
Oh my gosh.
and becoming very interested in fashion and trends. And yeah, in a fun way, you know, he's finding his feet and he's shows lots of interest in girls, and yeah, life, you know, he's becoming really his own person, which is lovely and great to see. But yeah, I take a lot of pride in the boys feeling confident in the way they look as well. I mean, half the time they live in football kits, but when they don't, then I like them to look as I want them to be comfortable and happy. That's the main thing.
Are they taking after you and Jamie in terms of performance and in sports at all?
Um, yeah, performance. I think secretly they both would like to do a little bit more kind of performance led things, but because they're boys and sport is such a huge part of our life, I think they just naturally go down the sport route. So I've got one that's a very keen footballer and one that's a really keen rugby player, actually. Yeah, the older one, like, yeah, well, kind of was a bit iffy to start with, but we're all beginning to accept it. Yeah, he's great at rugby and he loves it. And it's so nice for him because it takes a huge amount of pressure off. You know, it's hard for the boys. People want them to be amazing footballers, and
Yeah.
just because their dad does something doesn't mean that they want to do the same. But right now, the young one's definitely taken after his dad and very keen footballer.
So I love seeing you on Strictly, and
Yes.
Jamie was always involved in the VTs and that kind of thing, which is
Yeah.
great. Would you like to see him give it a try?
Do you know, I'd love to see him do Strictly. It would be incredible. I don't know how long he'd last, because he'd even not turn up to rehearsals because he'd be on the golf course. And yeah, I don't know if they'd ever get him in spangly pants or anything. Not sure about that. But yeah, if he wanted to give it a go, I'd be absolutely behind him.
What did his kind of support mean to you in Strictly? Because you said that it was quite out of your comfort zone at first.
Yes. Yeah, I think going into Strictly to begin with, it's the unknown. And I had no expectations. I wasn't sure how I was going to find it, but I had an incredible time. And I think a lot of that was due to the year I did it with such a great group of celebs. I mean, on the tour, we really did become good friends, and I met people that I've loved working with. I had a great partner who made life very easy. He was very inclusive of my family, my kids, and Jamie to come down and all play quite a big part in it. It definitely took the stress out of it, and it definitely awoke a passion in me. I think a passion that's always been there, but maybe I've been a bit scared to pursue it, and that's performing. That's where I started in this industry, and it's something I'm really keen to carry on with.
Of course, the show doesn't just stop with when it's on TV. You've got the
Yes.
tour as well.
Yes.
What have been some of the highlights of that?
And the highlights on the tour, definitely getting drunk with Ed Balls and dancing would most probably be my highlight. And I think really the highlight is getting, for me, going and performing at Wembley. I've performed there as a solo artist. To go back there at the age of 42, um, and we got to win one of those shows as well. I was astounded. I think me and Kev won 14 shows and Danny won 14. And if somebody had said to me at 42, you'd go on a Strictly tour and win half of the shows because people will pick up the phone and vote for you, I think I would have cried out of emotion, because that means a lot to me, because that's what I do. And it really made me realise how much I love performing and how fortunate I was to have had so much of kind of the British public on my side throughout Strictly, and how much I think women sort of came along a bit with me throughout the whole process, and week by week kind of was there by my side. And it was, I think that part was really special to me doing Strictly, on top of meeting some incredible people, and I think people that I have in my life for a very long time.